Welcome to day 2 of our little core challenge. Yesterday we learned how to properly engage. Today we're going to focus on strengthening. We're going to start by warming up the wrists, as we're going to spend quite a bit of time on our hands and weight bearing on the wrists today. Just roll them out as you interlace your fingers, going one direction and then the other, and focus on that belly breathing this whole time. Take the hands and knees to the floor. As we continue to warm up the wrists, we're going to rock our weight side to side, forward and back, and the whole time focusing on that core engagement to keep everything nice and tight as we bring ourselves side to side, warming up the wrists, and then take it forward and back, and using the core to move the torso. Turn the hands so the fingers are facing your knees and do those same movements forward and back, side to side, stretching out the wrist. Then take the fingers out to the outer edges of your mat and the wrists facing each other, and do the same thing, rock side to side, just doing whatever feels best, feeling the stretch and feeling into that joint. For a stretch on the top of the wrist, you can take the back of your hand and place it on the mat, palms face up, and put a little bit of weight on the hands to feel a stretch there. Plant the hands and palms on the mat, about shoulder distance apart, tuck the toes under, and take a downward facing dog. Tailbone high, knees can stay bent, as this is our first one of the practice. You want to find a good stretch here, as this is going to be a little bit of a home base for us today. Breathe in and out through the nose as you fill and empty the belly, pressing the chest in between the armpits towards the legs, reaching the heels towards the floor. Bend into the right knee and straighten the left leg all the way as you take a hamstring stretch, pressing the left heel down, then switch and do the other side, bending into the left knee, straightening the right. Settling back into your downward facing dog, reaching both heels to the floor. Focus on that belly breath, feeling the muscles in the core nice and warm, using the core to activate each position that we take. Using the core to rock your weight forward into a high plank, shoulders over the wrists, keeping that engagement tight as you start to lower the hips towards the floor in a sort of variation of upward facing dog, keeping the toes tucked under. From here, initiating from the core, zipping up tight, come back through high plank, and then initiate from the core to bring it back to downward facing dog. Now as we take those transitions again, focusing on the breath, inhale here, exhale to come to your high plank, inhale to that upward facing dog, dropping the pelvis, exhale to initiate up to high plank and back to downward facing dog, using the breath to help with the movement. Exhale here, inhale upward facing dog, exhale back to high plank, and relax into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here before rocking the weight back forward into your high plank. Each inhale will happen here. Your exhale, a hand will reach back for the opposite ankle, coming into this pike position, and then inhale back to high plank. Taking the other side, exhale, hand to ankle, reaching underneath the body, piking the hips. You can bend into the knees if needed before coming back to your high plank. Take up to 10 on each side, going at your own pace, initiating that pike from the abdominals and using that core on the exhale, blowing out air to help those muscles come together. Keep going strong even as those shoulders and wrists get tired. You are almost there. When you've completed your reps, settle back into a downward facing dog. Take some deep breaths here before dropping the knees and coming to sit on the heels. Roll out those wrists just like we did at the beginning. Give them a rest and a little bit of a stretch as you belly breath to keep the abdominals nice and warm. When you have found your breath and you're feeling ready, come back to your downward facing dog. Our inhale is going to be three-legged dog. So the right heel reaches towards the sky. It does not have to be super high at all. We want to focus on reaching the heel up and toes down towards the floor. Our exhale is going to be bending that lifted leg and pulling it underneath the torso, seeing if we can touch the knee to your right tricep or elbow, or just as close as possible. Inhaling back to the three-legged dog, taking 5 of these on this side. Exhale to bring it forward, tap the arm. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, initiate the movement from the core, bringing the weight over the wrists. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. 4th time, bringing it forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last time, nice and strong, as high as you can up on the tricep. Exhaling completely before coming back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath here before we take left side. Inhale to three-legged dog, pointing the toes down towards the floor. And as we exhale, bending the knee, bringing it forward, keeping everything lifted off the mat. Inhale back to our start position. Exhale, bring it forward, tap the arm. Inhale back, reaching the heel. Exhale forward. Inhale to the back, feeling those strong abdominals, lifting the knee nice and high. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last time, exhale, bring it forward as high as you can, so strong. Inhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale nice and big in the belly. Exhale completely. Inhale, right leg, three-legged dog. This time as we exhale, we're bringing the knee across the body to the opposite elbow. And then inhaling back to our three-legged dog position. Exhale to the left elbow with right knee. Inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale to the back. Using those abdominals to lift the knee nice and high. One more time. Exhale it forward. Cross the body. Inhale back to downward facing dog. Taking it on the left. Left heel goes high as we inhale. Using the exhale to come across the body, tap the opposite elbow and bring it back. Exhale forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, using the core, lifting the knee high. You can do it. This is so hard, but you are strong. Last time, exhale forward and inhale back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop the knees, take the bum back to the heels, roll out those wrists one more time and take some deep breaths here, letting the heart rate come down a bit. Your shoulders are tired, your wrists are tired. You've done amazing so far. For our last strength drill, we're going to rest the wrists and actually come down to our elbows on a forearm plank. So keeping the toes tucked under, keeping the elbows on the floor, and making a nice long line from head to heel. Initiate from the core, exhale as you walk the feet towards the elbows, coming to this pike position, dolphin pose, and then walking the feet back out. Exhale to walk in, letting the gaze come to the feet, and inhale back to your forearm plank. Take this 5 times. Initiating from the core is the secret here. We want to feel it in our abdominals, not just the shoulders and our back. It is a little bit of a hamstring stretch as well. Take it nice and slow until you've done 5 reps. Nice and strong, feeling it hinge from the core and piking high. When you come back to your forearm plank, let the hips come down and rest on the belly. Take your hands on top of each other, elbows out wide, and rest the forehead on the hands. So we're laying on our belly and trying a little crocodile breath. This is where we focus on inhaling and exhaling through our belly, and we feel it press against the floor on each inhale and completely empty with each exhale. So close off the eyes. This is a relaxation breath. This practice is meant to calm you and ground you, and it is a great way to end our really strenuous flow today. The strength and endurance of our core and abdominal muscles has so much to do with our breath and how we use it. Pairing our breath and our movement this way keeps our core strong and safe and in turn keeps the rest of our body strong and safe. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to my channel and that you've liked today's and yesterday's videos. I can't wait to finish out our challenge tomorrow when we come back for our third and final day, where we will use this core strength and core engagement in our yoga practice. Thanks so much for your support.